And that's what the film is all about.
Nice. So, quick story. I work at University of North Carolina at
Booyah.
Chapel Hill.
There you go.
And there was about a couple years ago when we had some visitors from my hometown to visit the libraries and make sure the Penn School papers, was in good hands.
That's where they at.
Yep. So the head of the library took them on a tour, and I had one of my colleagues, mention, hey, some people from your hometown is in the library, so you should come and introduce yourself. So I went out and saw, the representatives from Penn School. I told them I'm from St. Helena Island, and a few of them cried, and they're like, "Who are you related to? Who's your people?" As,
yep.
Of course, we would say. And I told them, Annette Days is my aunt, Gail is my mom, Otis Days is my grandfather, and they was like, "I went to school with your aunt, and when we get home, I'm gonna let her know that I saw your nephew."
Oh, man.
And it was just an amazing, touching situation, because they were like, wow, somebody from our backyard is working here, and our history is going to be protected, because we know as long as you're here, nobody's going to do anything, wrong with our papers. So,
and I'm assuming how protective Gullah Geechee are over that culture and the land. They take it very, very serious. And it's a treasure, man. It's one of those things, man. When I first got introduced on the last project I was on, that I couldn't believe I didn't know. As an African American, and Mario, you might be able to attest to this. I don't know Troy, because Troy was born on St. Helena, so he may not relate. But as an African American, you grow up not thinking you have any ties to Africa, like at all.
Absolutely,
it's a foreign. We weren't talking about Africa when I was growing up as a kid. Like, none of that. You wouldn't even think about Africa. And then people would be
almost kind of clowning
Africa.
Boys in the Hood, scene in Boys in the Hood, the African booty snatcher scene.
Yeah, that's how we all grew up. And so, to find out, and I was an African American studies minor when I was at USC, to find out that there were places in South Carolina where people still had cultures that they practiced from Africa. I was like, there's no way.